Well, hello, everybody. My name is Joe.
And I'm Dawn.
Welcome to the JoDa podcast.
And we stepped back into the 70s.
Oh, just a little bit. Yeah. Like Joe and Da.
Yeah.
Fighting crime.
Disco, baby.
On the mean streets.
Fever something. What was that movie?
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever.
Disco Fever. Something like that. But anyway, hi, guys. It's Joe and Da. And we haven't been up on a podcast for a while. But... because, life happens and stuff.
Well, I think I know the real reason why. Do you want me to tell everybody the real reason why?
Sure, go ahead.
This is my podcast voice, apparently. The real reason why we haven't been on is because we usually post things of our boat.
Yeah.
And I think this one over there is getting a little depressed because he has been saying nothing but the phrase, "I miss my boat," over and over again while crying into his tea.
It's true. She even got me a T-shirt for Christmas that says "I miss my boat." So
we really do.
True.
And it's not just him. I miss the boat too.
Well, it's March. It's St. Patrick's Day coming up on Friday. The parade is Saturday, and
spring is Monday.
Spring is Monday, and we're getting more snow this weekend. So it's it's
Minnesota's confused.
It's been a long winter.
It's a confusing state.
A really long winter, and I'm over it. But, snow is pretty, but I'm done. I'm ready to go fishing again.
Well, we can't even if, let's say the weather was perfect, we can't even fish until what, May? Was that when fishing season opens? May?
April.
For certain fish.
The end of April is when the governor's fishing opener is. So
that's the opening.
Yeah. They're already asking me to get my fishing license again. So.
Oh, yeah, I've got to do that.
They're trying to get me to fork over more money. But
well, it's for fishing. So.
It's worth it. I almost want to get one of those lifetime
How
ones.
much are those? We should look into that.
They're expensive. They're cheaper the older you are.
Sure.
Because they figure your lifetime's not as long.
It's so rude.
But, yeah. So that's kind of... We haven't been having a whole lot going on. We've had some health things going on.
Yeah.
Most of you guys have been keeping up on what's going on with my ankle. It's still broken. It's not healing. I'm supposed to have surgery on it, but I got to get my A1C and blood sugar down.
So tell the folks how we're doing that.
The keto diet.
Keto.
Yay!
Keto.
Yeah, keto diet. It's great. If you believe that, you'll believe anything.
It's not terrible. Because we've been on the keto diet, I found some really good recipes along the way because I've been trying new things, but it's definitely so much more expensive. It's so much cheaper to just buy pasta and some spaghetti sauce and call it a meal. It's just, we're feeling it in our checkbook, that's for sure.
Definitely.
It's expensive.
Everything's more expensive.
Yes.
And the keto specific stuff isn't always that good.
Yeah,
it's more gritty in its
chalky,
texture. Yeah.
But we did find something that we have enjoyed that recently.
Yeah.
That keto chow. Has anybody heard of the keto chow out there?
It's like a shake thing.
Kind of. It's like not quite the consistency of a milkshake, but we're starting to try some of the flavors. A coworker of mine at work, shout out to Jenny if you listen, she turned us to this, and it's got a whole bunch of different flavors, and it's literally called keto chow. Mm-hmm. And you just take like a half a cup of some kind of fat, whether it's butter or heavy whipping cream. And of course they suggest heavy whipping cream, which is what we've been using. And you dump a packet of powder in there and then fill the rest up, about 2 cups worth of lukewarm water in there, shake it up and put it in the fridge overnight. And then the next day you have you replace it with a meal is what it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a meal replacer. So we've tried 3 different flavors so far, and we've tried chocolate mint.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday we tried strawberry.
Uh-huh.
And today we tried
Snickerdoodle.
So chocolate mint, 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
Very good.
Snickerdoodle, 4 thumbs up.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Snickerdoodle was just, how in the world is that okay for a diet? I don't know.
Strawberry was garbage.
How do you mess up? Is there like a button on there?
No, but
okay,
there's that. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't, of all the flavors, I thought strawberry would be the safe one.
You would think. I mean, because everybody and their brother does a strawberry, but how do you mess up strawberry but get Snickerdoodle right?
But honestly, the mint and the Snickerdoodle, you and I finished like that. Strawberry, neither of us could finish it.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It was hard to get down. And they have a blueberry flavor that I would like to try, but I'm afraid it's going to be just like the strawberry.
Yeah. Well, we'll try them, and the ones we like, that's what we'll get again.
But they're good, and they are filling.
Yeah.
I mean, I would suggest it if you're on a keto thing. I would suggest keto chow. It is not cheap. Again, keto stuff's expensive, but it gives you all the nutrients you need. But moving on.
Yeah. So that's why we're doing that diet. Is they won't do surgery on my ankle until I get my A1C and stuff under control. But also, if they do surgery, it's going to be 6 weeks mandatory, no weight bearing.
No weight bearing.
So that would throw summer completely out the window.
And summer's his busiest time at work.
Yeah, there's so much to do for the station, and there's fishing, and there's the boating and stuff. And
Laura Joan needs us.
Yeah,
She
I don't want to
needs
be
us.
cooped up all summer. So we're going to delay surgery till the fall, probably.
Probably September, October-ish.
Yeah, the surgeon said, well, you've got a jacked up ankle anyway. You've got so much bone growing throughout your ankle because of your dish disease. It's just not growing in the crack where you need it to. But he says you could walk on this and be fine, or it could deform on you. So
Joe's got SBD.
What's that?
Stubborn bone disease.
Ah, yes.
It grows where we don't want it to grow, and it doesn't grow where we want it to grow.
So I got a softer brace that I can wear and actually drive. So
You can wear a regular shoe with.
yeah. So once things thaw out and what have you, I'm going to be going back into the office.
But we do have to say, applause for Joe.
Applause for me.
Because he started driving.
Yeah.
And then the other day, going to church in the evening, he drove himself for the first time. How was that? Was it scary to drive again after 8 months of not driving?
Not scary, just kind of, just a little nervous.
Yeah.
A little
Is that how
nervous.
you felt that, like, when you were paralyzed and you had to learn to drive again? Was it
That
like,
was even worse.
that was longer.
That was even scarier.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
You had to retake the test again in order to drive at
Yeah,
that time.
it was pretty serious. But so I'm going to be able to drive to the office a few times a week and do my show from the actual studios instead
Probably
of from
won't
home.
be able to do full time for quite a while. I mean,
Yeah.
he can't, like, he's wearing the brace, but it's not as much support as the boot is. And so he's kind of got to go back and forth between the brace and the boot to give his ankle some rest, so we don't have his ankle shift and have him fall and get, become even more disabled.
Yeah. But I do plan on, being at the Crow Wing County Fair and being at the parades and all that kind of stuff this summer for work and what have you. So, and then when fall comes, we'll reassess, see where we are. And that way, if we have to do surgery on the ankle, it'll be fall. It'll be colder out. The boat will be put away, and I can just, stay home, no weight bearing, and just do my show from home and what have you. So that's kind of what's going on with that.
Kind of saying that.
Yeah. That's what's going on with that.
What's going on with that?
What's going on?
I don't know. So for me, I chopped off the tip of my finger the other day.
She was making salad,
I was
which just
chopping
goes
up
to
the
show
salad.
you this never happens when you just eat fast food.
I wouldn't have chopped off the tip of my finger if we were eating donuts for dinner.
No.
So, donuts don't mangle you up. Well, maybe your insides.
Insides.
Yeah.
The glaze.
But the outside.
Delicious glaze.
But no, that's doing better for me. But I think this winter has just been really hard for sinuses and allergies for me. I've been really struggling with headaches and stuff lately.
Yeah. But your finger's looking a lot better now.
Yeah, it's looking so much better. Yep.
A lot better.
Thank the good Lord, it's looking better. But yeah, that's pretty much. So what's some good things that's been happening so far?
We've both been really busy at work, church rather.
Yep.
I'm an elder at the church still, and been doing prayer focus every Sunday at church. Going to be preaching coming up here on Palm Sunday.
I love it when you preach.
Yeah, and also you've been doing a really cool Bible study with the Chosen.
So last September with the ladies, I had suggested let's do the Chosen Bible study. So for those who don't know, the Chosen is I'm sure most people know, but it's a movie series that's come out about the life of Christ. And well, not a movie. I guess it's a show.
TV show.
TV show series. And it's totally free to watch. You can watch it, stream it anywhere. But they have a Bible study that goes along with each season that a friend of mine had done at her church, and she was telling me how good it was. And so I got the study. I was going to do it for myself, and then I started reading through it, and I'm like, this is really deep and really good. And so I suggested to ladies at my church, hey, is anyone interested? So we've been having a pretty good turnout. Like, we average about 15. A lot of the ladies don't even go to our church.
Yeah.
It's been a very deep, good bonding study. So I would suggest it for anybody who is looking for a good study to do, whether it's men or women. We're just doing it with the ladies for us, but it can be for anyone. So we're getting ready to wrap up season 1 in April. And then we'll start again season 2 in September, I think is what we decided. So that's been going really good. I highly suggest it.
And, of course, the actor who plays Jesus in The Chosen was just in a movie called Jesus Revolution.
Jesus Revolution.
Which is excellent.
It's very good.
The life story of Greg Laurie, set in the midst of the Jesus movement of the early 70s, and how a hippie evangelist named Lonnie Frisbee,
which is the character that the Jesus guy plays.
Jonathan Rumi, I believe is his name.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He meets up with a pastor named Chuck Smith, and
who's played by Kelsey Grammer,
who does an excellent job.
Yes.
Fantastic, and it really changed the world. And my parents were in college. They were in Bible college when all of that was happening. The Asbury Revival in 1970, and the Jesus Revolution movement in 70, 71, and all of that. So very fascinating time in church history. And they call it the last great awakening here in America.
Nah, we can't let that be the last great awakening.
Well, God's moving right now because
Yes,
that
he
movie
is.
came out the same time as the Asbury University
and Asbury's Joe's
revival.
alma mater.
Yeah, my alma mater. Of course, another outpouring of the Holy Spirit there a few weeks ago.
That's been beautiful to watch and see how much it's grown and how much it's affected. But yeah, the timing of Asbury's spirit moving sessions and this movie coming out at the same time has just been amazing. Mm-hmm. And you hear stories of people going into the theaters to watch the movie, and they're staying after and praying with each other afterwards. And
yeah.
I mean, it's very powerful. I personally have enjoyed seeing the Holy Spirit really moving on Kelsey Grammer. If you watch interviews with him and he starts talking about this movie, he just gets emotional, and you can just see the Holy Spirit working on him. And to me, that was such a beautiful thing to see on national television.
Yeah. Yeah. So we went and saw that. Highly recommend it. I mean,
Yes.
it'll be out on DVD and streaming and things like that. But if you can see it in the theater, I would highly suggest it.
You should always support any Christian thing that comes to your hometown if you can.
Yeah. You need to support faith-based movies because Hollywood's taking notice.
Yep.
More and more are coming out into theaters, and the production values are so much better than they used to be.
I mean, didn't this one, it wasn't supposed to play as long, but they extended it a week because it did so well, didn't
Well,
they?
they were only thinking it was going to make like $5 million its opening weekend, and it ended up making like $15 million. And it's gone on to make it made more in its opening box office weekend than, I forget how many, like 4 of the films that were up for Best Picture nominations at the Oscars recently. So it was pretty cool.
I have a question for you then.
Yeah.
Let's take this movie, put it in your brain,
Uh-huh.
and if you had to compare it to one of our new shakes, which flavor of shake would it have been? Would it have been chocolate mint? Would it have been strawberry? Or would it have been snickerdoodle?
I think it would have been a snickerdoodle.
Ooh, that high, huh?
It was really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
snickerdoodle is. You heard it from his lips, people.
So, so go see that. Anything else as you breathe into the microphone very loudly?
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. But anything else positive? We got a old style television, a real big old style TV, like a 34-inch TV.
Like one of the old tube.
Yeah,
tube TVs.
to play our Nintendo on.
So heavy. I forgot how heavy those freaking TVs are. It took 3 of us to get it into my car. And then by the time we got home, we had to have people from our church come and help us bring it in with a dolly. It was so huge. I'm so used to flat TVs now. But yeah, we have an old Nintendo hooked up to it, and I've been playing Mario 3.
She's really good at it, y'all.
I love Mario 3. I grew up on it. It's like the only game I'll really play.
She puts me to shame on it. I can play original Mario pretty good, but she kicks my tush.
Well, and it's been a while since I've played it. I'm actually surprised with myself at how much I remember, like the little secret things.
You've discovered new secret things
Oh yeah, I totally
that you didn't even know.
Oh
when
my
you were a
goodness, I've
kid.
surprised myself the other night. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to replay. But yeah, that's pretty much. I conquered it years ago when I was younger. I remember Andy and I conquered it. My brother, Andy is my brother, but I haven't conquered it by myself ever. But I don't know. We got to level 8, and it is so fast paced.
It's hard.
It is anxiety driven.
I've never beaten Super Mario 3. I have beaten the first Mario many
first
times.
one, yeah. I do like the first one, and I know you favor the first one.
Yeah.
I do like the first one. However, as the youngest of the siblings of my family, you know, when you're the youngest, you always have to be who?
You have to be Luigi.
Luigi. And so my brother was always Mario. And so with the first one, you have to pretty much sit there and pray for your sibling to die so you can play. It's true, because they keep playing until they die.
Yeah.
And so you're sitting there just waiting for them to die. And so Mario 3 came out, and it's like, oh, we work together through the worlds. This is fantastic. And I felt more love for my brother.
It's more teamwork.
Yes, and that's what I prefer, games that are more teamwork rather than competing against each other. Although I kicked your butt at some games we were playing the other day.
It
was the fighting game.
Oh, Tekken.
Yes.
That was a PlayStation game. I got an original PlayStation hooked up to it as well.
You really kicked my tookus with hockey.
Yeah, we played old Nintendo hockey, and yeah. And I like Tetris. I play a lot of Tetris on the old Nintendo. My Xbox 360 bit the dust, so we got a used Xbox One.
Yes, he's been really liking it.
Really liking it. I'm ashamed to say I've started playing Fortnite, and I've been playing it for about 3 weeks now. Hopelessly addicted to it.
Hopelessly addicted to Fortnite.
I don't know how long I'll play it, but it's fun. But I got plenty of other games. The great thing about the Xbox One is you can play almost anything just over the internet. You don't even have to have the physical copies of the games anymore.
Well, and you were saying that with this Xbox One, a lot of your old games from Xbox 360 are playable.
Yeah.
So that was fantastic. So we were thinking, oh, you're going to have to buy all new games, you know, because what'd you say you had, the spinning wheel of death or the red light?
The red circle of death on
circle of death, yeah.
Yeah, it's something goes wrong with the hard drive.
Yeah.
And that 360 though was old. It was used when I got it.
Yeah,
and that
years
was
ago.
before I fell. I had just gotten it before I had my
that's right.
my really bad fall.
Yeah.
And I hadn't gotten a chance to play it really until
after you got home.
I got home from
and even
the hospital.
then you couldn't play it a lot because you still didn't have full feeling.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
we did get, so that was 13 years ago. 14 years ago when you got it then. So yeah,
something
you've
like
had it
that.
a long
And
time.
and who knows how long the guy had it before me. So that
Right.
I got my money's worth.
For sure,
I paid like $50 for it.
Yeah.
I got my money's worth out of the 360. It bit the dust. We got the Xbox One and we got it for what?
90.
90?
He was asking 100 something, but it didn't come with a controller, so I talked him down.
Yeah. And we found a really great classic video game resale store.
Oh man.
And that's where I got my
dangerous.
controller. But you go in there, you can trade in your old games, get store credit
Which
for
is
new
great,
games.
yeah. And they're so great there. They remember us every time.
Oh yeah, and they got so many classic toys.
Oh man, it's like a museum.
Nintendo or G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, My Little Pony,
Pee-wee's Playhouse,
Ghostbusters, Poppets,
Cabbage Patch Kids.
I mean, anything
Mario.
you grew up with in the 80s and 90s, they got it there, and
even now,
awesome.
like they have Walking Dead stuff and,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. They even have more modern stuff. But yeah, it's like walking through a museum of your past. Although I didn't have most of those toys, but I remember the commercials for those toys.
Yeah. And I didn't have all of them either, but friends did,
Yeah.
or what have you, where I remember the commercials too.
Yeah.
And it's just it's stepping back into your childhood. So
Yeah. And they also sell like comic books there.
comic books,
All the old console
posters,
council. How do you say
console,
console? I'm struggling.
console. Yeah,
Like almost every game you can think of. But that's where we got our Mario 3.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's been really fun to reconnect with that game.
So it's but that's kind of been our downtime thing.
If we were in the Big Bang Theory, that would be our comic book store that we would hang out at all the
Yeah.
time.
That would be Stewart's comic book store for us. So
it's a lot of fun. And he's got like big, I mean, and he also has old why is that word so
consoles.
hard? Console me because I can't say the word.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, he's got old ones there that you can buy that he's refurbished and stuff. But yeah, it's a great store. We really like it.
Yeah.
So if you're from our area and you want to know where it's at, let us know. Hit us up. We'll let you know.
Maybe he'll let us shoot some video in there so we could show
We should ask him.
people about the store and stuff. Yeah.
That would be really cool.
That would be cool.
So what would be your dream console?
My dream
If
console?
money was no object, what would be your dream console that you would want? That word still sounds weird. I'm sorry.
I really don't know. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the Xbox One because I can pretty much play any of the modern stuff on there.
So I'll never have to buy you a new console again?
Well, I mean, there's like 2 or 3 generations past the Xbox One now. So, but you know, as far as classic consoles, I would love to get a Sega Genesis.
Sega.
That's one that I would really like to get. I would like
a Switch.
a Switch. It would be nice
But
too.
it needs to come down in price, or someone needs to give it to me for free because I am too much of a cheapskate that I will not pay. I honestly thought it'd come down in price by now.
Yeah, well, they've upgraded it and stuff like that, so they keep. There is a Switch Lite, which is a little cheaper.
Yeah.
But
my big brag in life is every Mario game I've ever started, I've conquered it. And so I really want to play the one on the Switch where he takes the hat off and he throws the hat, and it's really fun. So I love Mario.
Next month is the Super Mario movie.
I know. I kind of want to see it. I know it seems cheesy,
I'm
but I kind of want to see it.
I'm sure we'll do a review of it.
Oh, yeah. So we have to go watch it then?
We have to.
Oh, happy day. I do want to see it.
With that, I think it's time for us to say goodbye.
Now we're talking about Mario.
Mario. It's a me.
It's a me, a Mario.
Mario.
I'm a Luigi.
Yay, Mario.
Yay, it's a Mario.
So, guys, we will catch up with you in, hopefully it won't be 3 months until our next podcast.
And leave us comments below. Let us know what you would like us to talk about, maybe review, any ideas you'd like for us to. I mean, we're nobody, but we're happy to talk about whatever you want.
So, we love you. God loves you, and he'll keep you forever
and
ever.
God bless.
You have a good one. Woo!
Hopefully that